Yo guys, Jonathan here with the 56th What's in My Bag video you've seen for CES. This one's a little different, there's a little bit of surprise, there's a twist, and I also want to play a game. Don't cheat, don't scrub ahead. I want you to guess what camera you think that I brought to CES. Drop a comment down below, and again, don't cheat. Now, the reason it's a little bit of a surprise is I didn't pack this bag, and actually, I only picked this bag up because Rich convinced me. Come here, Rich. Take a seat. Why do we need to buy this bag?
Because it is the nicest bag I've ever seen.
Everything we possibly need for CES is in this bag. Right off the bat, what I noticed with this is from Peak Design. It feels good, but this is actually kind of cool. So there are 4 really solid aluminum pipes.
Latches? I think they're like latches.
Latches, that's probably the better term, but how you use it is that'll actually, I mean, I can't get that last one, but that's how you would adjust how to tighten this bag. And that's actually really clever. So we are at level 3 right now. I'm gonna open this up. Is there a particular area or section I should start with?
Right at the top.
Here it comes. Don't cheat again. And we got it. Okay, that dang XLR cable was holding us back. This is the camera of choice. And I'm gonna go out there and call this the most potentially underrated camera of 2017. There's a lot of hype around Red right now, myself included, but this actually surprised the heck out of me. It's an amazing camera. Canon got a lot of
pizzazz.
I don't think pizzazz is the right word, but either way, if you're a videographer, you've been looking at that Red Raven, that Red Scarlet W, seriously consider this. I think what has sold me on the C200 has got to be Canon's autofocus. It's amazing what you guys will see right now. We have the Canon 5D Mark IV. This is not sponsored by Canon. These were purchased with our own money. They're just doing some great stuff right now. This is the appropriate side. This funny looking gadget is used to get dust out of tiny crevices. We have the glass selection, and all these work really well with the C200. All right, Rich, you sold me on this bag. We were fitting a lot of gear in here. Now, we had to cheat a little bit to bust out the Sound Devices Mix Pre 3. That is what we're using to record audio right now, so Rich did have to take that out first. But aside from that, literally everything we have packed for this trip did fit in this bag. I'm like looking through holes and loops and don't fall. Yeah. You! Why? Batteries upon batteries. We got more stuff in here? You didn't tell me about this. All right, I'm not gonna whip this out. Essentially, this is the power for the C200 if we wanted to plug it into a wall. We got a USB-C cable, a microfiber cloth. I'm gonna zip that back up. So we got one more side. Ooh, we got SD cards, CFast cards, excuse me. This is for the C200. These guys, a little bit pricey, but they do the job. Oh, we got a backup audio kit. So for those out there looking for an inexpensive but really high quality lavalier set, this actually records audio directly into the device via micro SD, so it's super convenient, super handy, and definitely would recommend. I've just been informed there's still more stuff in the bag. Where could it possibly be? In here? Holy! So if you want to, wow. Polarizer, more batteries. If you wanted to, you could definitely squeeze a 15-inch MacBook Pro in here. That is my editing machine of choice. We got an ND filter, but you don't need that for the C200 because that is built into the camera. That is one of the biggest selling points there. Rich, of course, being over-prepared, but it's nice to have that, especially if we needed to use the 5D or anything like that. We are all finally emptied out of this bag, but this is a sweet freaking bag. Peak Design nailed it. Moving on to the lenses, we have 3 here, and you might be surprised to see no Sigma 18 to 35, but the reason I went with these is they actually work in tandem with the C200. That dual pixel autofocus, again, is mind-blowing. First up is the trusty 24 to 105mm lens from Canon. This is the Mark II. It's not gonna have a crazy f-stop, only f4, but why I love this lens is the stabilization. So you pair that with the really wide focal range, and it's gonna be an awesome lens to take on the floor. I know sometimes also people freak out when they see the f4 and they're gonna worry about not having that beautiful blur background, but when you compress this and you zoom in, you get some pretty stellar results. From there, moving on, this is the 16 to 35, and my goodness, this is built like a tank. It is really solid, really heavy. This doesn't have stabilization, but what it does have is a wider aperture. So this is f2.8, so it's gonna do better in low lights. And it's also wide enough to the point where you're not gonna have to worry too much about that shakiness. Lastly, from there, we have the 24. This is just a prime lens. So this is gonna be f1.4, so you're gonna get bokeh and blurred out background for days. This is a beautiful fast lens, which looks incredible and works fantastic both with the C200 and the 5D Mark IV. Now to quickly whip this up, I'm gonna get the C200, power it on. This battery right here, this is the BP-A60. Holy shit, I can't even say that. But this is more battery than you could ever need. Like I think it's like 5 hours or something. So we are not gonna need to change this battery once on the floor when we take this out. We're gonna power that on. If you use Final Cut 10, that's one of the benefits of that program right now is the raw light support. So I've messed with that with the C200 and it works really well. For demonstration purposes right now, I think I'll throw on the 24mm, give you guys a quick little example of that face tracking. And for real, like I said, when you guys are looking at like the Red Raven or the Scarlet W, I think this is the most underrated camera, like I said, for YouTube right now. If you shoot like a one-man band and you're just by yourself, the autofocus is super, super helpful. So we are locked and loaded. I'm gonna switch on autofocus so we can take advantage of that autofocusing. I'm gonna see if I can bring that down. So we're about f1.8 right now. If I can get a little closer. Rich, give me that beautiful mug over here. So can you guys see how that is tracking his face? Rich, come closer. This is not me doing anything. That is Rich just moving up and the camera is doing all that work. It's pretty silent, which is a pretty incredible feat in itself. So here is the look at the massive red rig that we brought to CES that we're really shooting on. Not really. That's the Sony RX100 Mark IV? 5. Link in the description. Everything you guys are watching right now is shot on that camera. Now what's also cool is I can tap to focus. So right now we have a tap to focus on the lens, but if I wanted that lamp in the corner, tap over there, and again you can see where that dual pixel autofocus kind of really shines. It's freaking awesome. From there, that is pretty much everything we're rolling with as far as CES goes. Again, audio is being recorded into the Sound Devices Mix Pre 3. We have the Sennheiser MKH50P48. This is one of my favorite microphones. Right now, we are using the Rode something another lab. I will link that in the description with everything featured in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, and you are feeling like being awesome, make sure to smash that like button. Also, make sure you're following me on Facebook. Got a special giveaway going down today. Link below, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, I just broke that bottle.
Yeah, you did.
I would understand. I would understand.